So Power Apps and Power Automate. So these are the two things we are going to cover in these sessions over here. This is our first session. So as a part of this Power Apps and Power Automate, we are going to start with the Power Apps. So what exactly Power Apps? So Power Apps is a Microsoft solution to provide a business applications to design for the customers in the form of a mobile app, or it might be a web application as well. So you can use the application whatever you have developed in the form of a mobile applications, and also you can use as a web applications as well. So whatever the Power Apps here, it is a zero coding. You don't need to write any kind of a programming or lines of lines code over here. It is simply drag and drop the whatever the already existing items we have. Those existing items we are just drag and drop over here, and simply we are creating the applications. And inside the formulas whatever we are going to write them. So inside we have to write down some formulas also, but the formulas what we are writing are like very simple formulas only. We no need to worry about that one. So in general, when we are going to discuss about these Power Apps, there are few things are coming to the picture. So the few things is, one of the main thing, data verse database. So this data verse database is basically, this is a backend database. It's a cloud cloud based data warehouse. So whatever the data verse database we were using to store the data, whatever we are going to use inside the Power Apps, or whatever the data we are going to send from the Power Apps. So when you are going to provide some information inside these Power Apps through your business from your application, whatever you are designing, right? So that data basically in the back end, we were going to store inside the Dataverse database only. Dataverse contains a database, and database contains a tables, and you can able to create the relationships between the tables as well. So the Dataverse database, whatever we have, that is going to be having a database. Inside that database, you can have a tables over here. So that tables you can able to use inside these Power Apps while you are designing the applications to the customers. So it is not mandatory to always use only Dataverse. You can able to use the SQL server also. You can use the SQL server. You can use the Google OneDrive, Google OneDrive for business. So these are all the things also you can able to use it over here. Google OneDrive for business also you can able to use it over here. There are so many data sources it is supporting, but this Dataverse is dedicated to the mostly the Office 3, whatever the dynamic CRM, right? So the dynamic CRM when you are using, that time they are using the backend database to store their information as a Dataverse. So here also you can able to use while you are developing the Power Apps also the Dataverse database. So how to create a subscription to use this to develop the Power Apps or the Power Automate. Okay. So along with this Dataverse, sometimes we might use the SharePoint as well, and Google OneDrive for business, OneDrive business also you can able to use. So these are all the things we can able to use it over here as a part of this while I'm discussing about these Power Apps. So let me try to create a subscription. How to create a subscription over here? So to create a subscription, there are 30 days free trial subscription available. 30 days free trial subscription. So with the help of this 30 days free trial subscription, we can able to design these Power Apps and you can able to practice it over here. So let me try to create this subscription. how to create a subscription. To create this subscription, simply you can go to the dev.powerapps.com. Okay, let me go inside this one. Mm, Power Apps. Let me go over here. I think it's directly log into the Power App Studio. So instead of that, I think dev Power Apps. Create a developer environment with Power Apps developer. So let me go inside. Power Apps developer plan website. Simply go over here. So let me ping this information to you in the chat. Yeah. So here you can able to create a free subscription over here. See here, try free for 30 days. So you can able to create a 30 days free account over here. So once you are creating the 30 days free account, then it is going to be used for the 30 days you can able to use. After 30 days, again you can able to create a new account here with a new email address. So let me try to get started free. Click on get started free. So here you can see there is a email. So which email address you want to use? You can use any Gmail address or any uh, on Microsoft.com email address also you can able to use it over here. So on Microsoft.com email address, how to create that one? First, let me try with the Gmail. Okay, so let's click on next. So sign in with a work email address. Looks like a personal email address. So it is not accepting this personal email address, Gmails or Yahoo Mails to create this one. So you have to use a work email address. But we don't have a work email address, right? So in such kind of situations, what we need to do? Simply we are going to create one on Microsoft.com email address. So the email address I want to create like this: Ram @ Yahoo Eclasses automate dot on Microsoft.com. Ram @ Eclasses automate dot on Microsoft.com. So this is a common thing, and here you can change either this name you can change as per your requirement, or this name you can able to change it as a business name. So where you can create this email address, this email address you can able to create. Simply you can go to the office365.com. Under the office365.com, simply goes to the products. Under the products, pricing for business. Simply come down. You can take any of one plan. Let me select this try free for 1 month. Then simply here you can give your Gmail address. Okay. Let me try to give this Gmail address. Any Gmail address you can able to give. Then click next. Here you need to click on the setup account. So you can provide your first name, last name, and all the details. Okay. So here you can give your mobile number. So this is my mobile number. I can able to give it over here. Eclasses IT trainings. 2 to 4 people. Country as a India. Okay. Then click next. So it will send one text message. Let me try to send a verification code over here. This is for why I am coming to this office365.com is this is only for creating a email address purpose. Otherwise, I don't require this Office 365 subscription plan. Let me 1326 verify. So this is the username. What do you want to give? I want to give username as a Ram. What is the domain name you want to give? Nothing but a business name. Eclasses automate. So you need to verify whether this name is available or not. You need to verify. Simply click on save it. Yeah. So with this name, we have a domain name and username. Now let me give password. Whichever I want, I can give. Simply can enter this. Click next. Okay, done. So that email address has created. So you don't need to do any kind of a payment method over here. Now simply you can goes to your Power Apps developer plan, get started free. There you can able to provide the email address whatever you just now created. What is the email address I created? Ram at the rate power sorry eclasses automate dot on microsoft.com. Okay, then click next. All right, so it has created. Let me try to sign in. So what is your country? Let me select India. Okay, now the business phone number. Okay, this is the number. So you guys also can create parallelly this account, Rajesh, Sandeep, and Venu. So you guys also can create parallelly. 8688770192. Click on get started. Okay, so now the Power Apps account has created. Ram at the rate eclasses automate dot on microsoft.com. Simply click on get started over here. Sign in is required. Please select a sign to continue. Yeah, click on sign in. So the email address and password you can able to enter. It will send one OTP. Oh, I'm sorry. It is using a different email address. This is the one I have used earlier, but I want to use a email address whichever I have you created just now. What is the email address I created? Let me use another account. Select the email address whatever you just now created. Ram the rate eclasses automate dot on microsoft.com. Ram at the rate eclasses automate dot on microsoft.com. Click next and click on sign in. Yes. So we are working to configure your license. It is creating a 30 days free license. I think it will take a few seconds. Generally, it don't take this much time. So how to log into these Power Apps? To log into these Power Apps, so to create a subscription, you have to go to this developer, this one, developer Power Apps. Power Apps developer plan you can go. So it includes Power Automate as well. Let me give this URL. This class notes I will share. Now, if you want to sign in and log in into the Power Apps Studio, you have to go to the make.powerapps.com. So this is the website where you need to log in. If you want to log into the Power Automate, make.powerautomate.com. If it is a Power Apps, make.powerapps.com. If it is a Power Automate, make.powerautomate.com. Okay, let me copy this. Try to sign in. All right. So which account it has used to log in? Let me check over here. The email address ram@eclassesautomate.onmicrosoft.com. Right. So this is the account we are using over here to create here. So now coming to this studio. This is the Power App Studio where we are going to develop our apps. So this is the home page. So under this home page, we have some direct links to create. Like if you want to start with a page design, or if you want to start with a data to be prepared, or start with a predefined already existing templates if you want to use, so you can able to directly click it over here. That is under the home. Now coming to the create. So when you are clicking on the create, here also it is giving a direct navigations to create many things over here. These are all the templates. It's for example, if you want to create an app with the onboarding tasks, and if you want to create a meeting capture, or Power Apps trainings, or budget tracker, or a help desk. So these kind of things. So simply have a direct templates over here, so you can able to use the templates. Okay, or if you want to create your own customized apps, see when you are clicking on create, one second, yeah, simply you can goes to the apps. Okay, so under the apps you can see on the top there are new app option available. So under the new app, so what will happen here, there are three different kind of apps available inside the Power Apps. So one is about the Canvas app. The second one is about the model driven apps. The third one is about the websites. So we can design three different kind of apps: Canvas, model driven, websites. So if you want to design kind of a website related apps, like it looks like a website. So for your customer, you want to give a website like how we are doing a WordPress apps, or how we are creating a uh, websites, right? Let's take our website. So these kind of functionality. So definitely our customers are expecting some kind of apps, right? Websites, right? So these kind of navigations and these kind of things also you can able to design under the Power Apps by using a website as a app. And the next one is about the Canvas app. So what exactly a Canvas app? Canvas app is a more customized apps when you need user interface. User interface as more important. What do you mean by user interface? User interface means if you are opening the Eclasses mobile app. So inside the Eclasses mobile app, there you have a more the user interface, navigations, buttons, actions, and creating some courses. So this is how we have more interaction on the user interface. So here the high priority is UI. UI is the main criteria because the customers are going to interact over here, and it should be very clear and more options with a very flexible user interface to easily understanding. In such kind of situations, we are going to create the Canvas apps. The moment when you're coming to the model driven apps, so model driven apps, the user interface is not that much important. It's all about the driving your business, driving your business flow over here. Let's, for example, I want to create a employee onboarding system. Employee onboarding system, when you are joining to any company, inside that company, we have an employee onboarding process is there. So this is a kind of a business process. Step by step you have to do. Step by step you have to do. First the HR will, first a employee will upload all the documents required. Okay, employee is going to upload all the documents, and he will fill all the details. And the second step is HR is going to, okay, HR is going to uh, completing some formalities about the onboarding. And then after, the employee is going to complete some trainings. So this is a part of step by step. First he has to complete this step, then second step this one, third step this one. There is a dependency. Without completing this step, he can't goes to the second step. Without completing the second step, he can't goes to the third step. So here we are driving a business over here. The flow we are defining. As for the flow, uh, the user is going to performing the actions. But when you're coming to the Canvas app, the best example I will tell, I want to create a simple inquiry forms. Inquiry forms means in my e-classes, when a student is coming to my office, so in the reception, our organization employees, what they will do, they are simply entering the student details through that mobile app, whatever the mobile app I'm designing, right? So they are going to simply opening our Eclasses web application or whatever. They will goes to the inquiry form. Under the inquiry form, they will click on create a new inquiry. These kind of forms I want to develop. So this is more user interface is required here. See the student name. What is the student name? What is the mobile number? And inquiry date, and this lead to whom we have to assign, and what is the class, course name, and from where he is coming. So these kind of more interaction is required over here, and immediately it will send a SMS also to him. So this kind of user interface when you are expecting, then better you can go with the Canvas apps, because in the Canvas apps only we have this kind of features and options available. Let's take this is one button over here. The student name is this is one text input, and finally you are going to create inquiry. This is one button. So these kind of items available in the Canvas app, so you can able to drag and drop and you can able to create. But while you are creating the model driven app, you don't have those kind of items to create. It is simply a process we are going to define based on the data what we have in our data source. Okay, so there is a difference in between this Canvas app and in between the model driven app. Model driven app is on top of the existing data modeling you have. So I have a data modeling and a tables database available inside the Dataverse. By using these Dataverse tables and the relationships, I'm going to derive a model, and I'm going to create a model driven. So on existing model, we are going to deriving a new app over here. So that is that not much user interface. It's more on the business rules and business flow will be defined here. It's more internal application to do a particular process. But when you want to create a simple apps for more interaction with the user interface, you can go with the Canvas apps. Got it? So this is simply creating a website. It's not like an app actually. It's not an interactive application. This is more to provide information about your business. It's something looks like a website. So these are the three different kind of app types we have. First, we are going to focus more on the Canvas apps, because more the things we need to define, and we need to customize, and we need to learn so many things inside the Canvas app only. The next we will go to the model driven app. Websites I don't focus much over here. So we can create one simple, but we don't give high priority for this one. Most of the time we are creating a Canvas apps only. So let me, so this is about the apps. Whichever app you want to create, simply click on the Canvas or model driven app website. Now coming to the tables. So what tables this one? This tables is nothing but a Dataverse application. Okay, this is a Dataverse application. So here you can see there is a create a database over here. Okay, you can able to create a database. So a Dataverse is a cloud-based database. Cloud-based database. So simply you can able to create a database. Inside the database you can able to create a tables, and inside that tables you can able to create a columns, and you can store the data. How the data will come? Let's take this example. When I'm entering some inquiry form here, so once I'm click on create inquiry, this entire information where it is going to store. This entire information is going to store inside the Dataverse database only. In this Dataverse, first we are creating a database, and then you can create a tables. Inside that tables, whatever the data you are entering in the app, so that you need to map it over here. Okay, while we are designing the app, Canvas app, the backend database table, whatever you are creating to store this inquiry information, that you need to map over there. So if you want to define any kind of flows, a flows is nothing but a Power Automate flows only. Okay, and if you want to create like a solutions to reuse this, you can able to create like a solutions, and yeah, these are all the things, the one place they have given. So our focus is mainly on the creating the Canvas apps and model driven apps. If you want to create a Canvas app, simply click on Canvas app. Let me give this name as a uh, test test app. So this test app you want to create in the dimensions of tablet or phone purpose. So let me create for tablet only as of now, and simply click on create. So this is the area where we are going to create this Power Apps over here. So let me minimize this one. You can able to increase this studio space. See here in the bottom, zoom in, zoom out. So this is the place where we are going to design the Power Apps over here. So to design and drag and drop, we need items, right? So where you can find out those items is, see, simply click on there is a insert. These are all the different kind of items available. You can able to drag and drop whichever you want. Let's, for example, I needed text labels. Simply, what is the name of this app you want to give? So let me make it a text label. And the data I'm going to enter it as a Eclasses inquiry form. If you want to preview this app, simply there is a preview the app over here. Okay, so this is how you can able to add whatever the number of items you are expecting over here. Text input or text label, or you can have a buttons. Okay, you can able to add the buttons over here. If you want to add any images, so many items are there. So as per your requirement, let's for example, you can compare it over here. So here the inquiry form, what are all the things he's expecting here? Student name, and there is a label is available. Under this label, there is a text box. So how can you make this kind of thing? So to make this kind of thing, first you need to add one label over here. So let me try to go over here, text label. So what is the name you want to give for the text label? Student name, and put a star symbol because they are making this as a mandatory. So under this student name, you need to add one text input. Okay, simply you can put one text input to add the student name. So simply remove this. Now we can preview. See, student name, the text input Ram Boyapati. Simply click on this button. So this information needs to be stored somewhere in the backend database. So this is how we can able to add so many fields, next phone number and the label and the next inquiry date and all those things. Finally, you need to submit like the button name is create inquiry. Okay, so how to create an inquiry over here? Sorry, this button name you can able to change it. Simply you can change this name as a create inquiry. Create inquiry. Student name Ram Boyapati, and simply you can able to replicate these two things. For mobile number also. Mobile number. Let me preview this one. See. click on create inquiry. So when I am clicking on, after entering these details here, simply I want to click on create inquiry. So once I am clicking on this create inquiry, so it is going to be storing of this data back in somewhere. Somewhere means whatever the data source you are taking that. So this is how we can able to add so many screens. Currently you are in the screen one, correct? So this is a app you are designing. Under this app, you are currently in the screen one. Under this screen, you have taken so many items. Text input one means this one. Label two means this one. Text input one means this one. Then label two, this one. Then the button. Button means this one. So each and every item you can able to see under this screen. If you want to add a new screen, simply goes to the screen 2, because we have so many screens available while you are developing the app, right? So let's, for example, you can consider this as one screen. Enquiry is one screen, and payments is the second screen, correct? This is the second screen, and the store is the second screen. Because in the payment screen, the things are different over here. Enquiry screen, the things what you have designed here is different. So here also, whatever the screen one, let me make the screen one as a enquiry. Then we can understand easily. This one is the payment screen. Okay. So screen one contains all this information. This is the screen two. Screen one and screen two. Inside the screen two also you can able to take whatever you want to develop. All those things over here. Okay. So what I'm expecting from all of you. So we will explain in detail about this screen, each and every option, how we are using while we are developing this one in tomorrow session. So by tomorrow, um, you guys can create this account, free subscription account. Let me share that details over here. I'm just pinging the two links, like one for creating a subscription, and the one before you are creating a subscription, first you need to create an email address in the office365.com. By watching this video, you can able to. So after 30 minutes, this video is available in your chat. Okay. After 30 minutes, this video is available in the chat. Then you can able to watch this video again and create the free subscription over here. I just pinged in the chat the links for creating this free subscription. I will ping again. Yeah. Go ahead, Shanti.
Sir, I already created a trial account, sir,
Okay.
before 3 days before, sir.
But I think you created with a different URL, a developer plan, not a developer plan. So please check that. Better you can create a new one, fresh one. That will make you practice also. Okay. You can create
Oh,
as many, no problem.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Just follow this video and create a new one.
I don't know it is a developer plan or not. Whether.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. So
Mm.
create a new one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys, let's meet in the next session tomorrow on the same time. Thank you so much for joining.